Current output is 5.806 LPP. Not even 3% of the required levels.
In other words, you're saying it's impossible to open the door to Lost Jerusalem.
Open the door? It's doubtful whether we can even find it. I've told you repeatedly that the emulators were mere supplements. You're the one who ignored that. Because of you, we've lost a valuable asset. I've done what I can with what we have, but it's not going to make much difference. Even Mizrahi couldn't pull this off without the original.
So, have you finally come to acknowledge that lunatic's work?
I'm just being objective. No one in the universe is as knowledgeable in this field as he was.
We can't keep our commander waiting any longer. We'll proceed with Plan 401.
Plan 401, huh? That seems a bit extreme to me. The 100 series that Helmer's protege is babysitting, not only does it contain the entire record of Mizrahi's research, but the access code for the UMN transfer column to the sealed area of Old Milsha also resides in it. Treat it too roughly, and you'll lose everything.
I'm well aware of the importance of Milsha and the Y data. That's why I'm using him.
I do not like him. His eyes share the same look as Mizrahi's.
The same as yours.
Well, I'll be waiting for the good news.
Pellegrini, secure a channel to our commander. I want to report this, and discuss our plans for manipulating the committee.
I see. So what do you want me to do?
The situation is proceeding as planned. Don't interfere with it for now. Of course. I can't imagine the Second Milshan government and the Kukai Foundation will simply hand it over. If the situation warrants, we may have to use the Song of Nephilim.
Now this is a surprise. I thought you hated it with a passion.
I'm just saying even your toys have their uses.
Then why don't you join me? We can enjoy the show together.
Thanks, I'll pass. I don't share your perverse taste in hobbies.
Yeah, right, you gutless bastard.
Albedo. A URTV. A monster born of life recycling. There are plenty of mentally unstable life recycling variants out there. Just as Cherenkov was one of them. If he starts getting impatient and moves on his own...
You needn't worry about that. Time means nothing to him. The only thing that interests him is that Realia.
Are you really going to use the Song of Nephilim?
Pellegrini, have you ever heard it? That song draws everything unto madness.
As you can see from this video, the Kukai Foundation has engaged in what is clearly an act of aggression against the 117th Marine Division. From the events that followed, we can only come to the conclusion that this was an act of rebellion orchestrated by the Foundation's creators, the Second Milshan government. In light of these troubling events, we hereby enter a motion for the following. Per Article 104, an emergency suspension of the vested rights of Second Milsha's autonomous government.
I'd like to add that the 422nd Fleet from Gedalia has been dispatched to the scene in order to surround and contain both the Kukai Foundation and Second Milsha.
Hold on there. Won't that constitute an unauthorized use of force?
The deployment is in accordance with the Federation Emergency Powers Act. It is fully within our powers.
I would think that the Kukai Foundation possessing that level of weaponry is a far greater problem in and of itself.
Perhaps they were heroes during the conflict, or whatever in the past. But the current situation is a result of letting them have their way for so long. The Zohar belong to the entire Federation. Why should Second Milsha have sole control?
The decision to turn the artifacts of Old Miltia over to an impartial third party was decided by vote 14 years ago.
We're talking about the dangers of it being monopolized by a corporation.
The Kukai Foundation was converted after the completion of the post-war cleanup and their own disarmament. Since taking on their current name and converting to a business, their primary source of income has become entertainment and tourism. How could they possibly have a vested interest in the Zohar?
You call that disarmed?
It's just enough for self-defense. Think back to the reason the organization was formed. Not only that, we can't ignore their recent achievements against the Gnosis.
Can we be certain these accusations aren't merely jealousy on the part of a state that didn't receive post-war government handouts?
How dare you!
I've heard rumors that Miltia was secretly involved not only with the current planetary disappearance case, but also with other recent developments, including the Anti-Gnosis Zohar project.
I'd like to hear the Contact Subcommittee's thoughts on all this. Dr. Mizrahi?
We moved the 100 series Realian to 2nd Miltia in accordance with the original plan. We're following the protocols.
But I wonder... have you forgotten that it was Miltia that produced the lunatic that summoned the Gnosis and tried to destroy the Federation?
I sympathize with your desire to defend your late husband, but perhaps you are too deeply involved in this situation.
I would not have expected my presence here to be misconstrued in such a manner.
Oh, really? This is just
should have done that
governmental
earlier.
policy.
You will
Use
harm the
handouts.
Federation if you continue!
Jealousy on the part of the state, that's all.
Order! Order! We've just patched in with Representative Helmer. I'd like to hear about the situation from the 2nd Miltian government. Well, Representative Helmer?
In accordance with Federation law, we hereby place the Kukai Foundation under arrest for the suspicion of violating Article 798, Chapter 37, Collection and Concealment of Defense Information, and Article 2153, Chapter 105, Acts of Aggression against Federation vessels, and hereby revoke all rights previously granted. Shut down your engines and relinquish your weapons immediately.
Acts of aggression against Federation vessels?
Furthermore, should the Miltian government allow the Kukai Foundation to dock the Durandal, we will issue a state of emergency notice under Article 2384, Chapter 115, Part 18, Conspiracy to Aid Insurrection.
It looks like they think the Durandal conspired with the Miltian government in an attack on the Federation fleet.
Huh? What Federation fleet? Hey, check out the network news on the sub-monitor! You're not gonna believe this!
On the morning of the 21st, it appears that the 177th Marine Division flagship Woglinde of the Galaxy Federation's Tessadora Division came under attack by a heavily armed ship belonging to the Kukai Foundation.
The Woglinde? What? I thought the Gnosis attack had been reported already.
The company has been identified as operating in conjunction with the 2nd Miltian government, and considerations for the possibility of treason have forced the Federation Parliament to
They
dispatch...
did a good job doctoring that video. But how did they synchronize the battle coordinates as well?
Damn! That's from when we fought the UTIC organization! Those bastards were recording it!
I see. That would explain how the absolute coordinates match. I guess that's their indisputable proof. Even I'm starting to think that we did it.
Considering the situation, you don't sound very worried.
In any event, this is confirmation that the remnants of the UTIC organization have infiltrated both the Federation government and the military.
Which means their next target is... This is such a blatant lie, it's ludicrous. As survivors, if we testify...
They'll just claim that you survived because you were in on the conspiracy.
This is insane! Do you think this is why headquarters hasn't communicated with us?
Captain Lapis Roman of the Galaxy Federation Special Ops Command Headquarters, Intelligence Bureau. I hereby place the ship under custody of the Galaxy Federation. I understand you're from the Woglinde. I'll take you in as witnesses. All Vector property will be temporarily confiscated as evidence.
Cosmos.
Here's the 100 series Realian under warrant.
Hey, don't hurt her! Ugh.
Detain them in a single room and watch them carefully.
All of them?
Splitting them up will only serve to underman our guard posts. Investigate as much of the ship as possible before we rendezvous with the others.
Yes, ma'am.
Guinan Kukai, you are hereby under arrest for suspicion of treason against the Galaxy Federation. Come with me.
As you wish.
It's all orchestrated too well.
Huh?
The fleet deployment came too quickly. They must have been prepared to ensure that Momo would return to them, regardless of what happened. Or perhaps ensnaring Second Miltia was part of their plan from the very beginning.
As a neutral territory, Second Miltia was invested with a whole bunch of rights and legal privileges after the Miltian conflict. There are a whole lot of folks who still have problems with that. Even outside of the UTIC organization.
The asteroid where Momo was imprisoned. I wondered where the information about that place came from. Now it seems like it was all part of the plan from the very beginning.
Do you mean from when Mommy sent you to rescue me?
You don't think there are UTIC members within the subcommittee itself?
It's not inconceivable. Perhaps it was the very person who arranged for Momo's rescue, Dr. Yuri Mizrahi herself.
No! Mommy would never do something like that!
Alan?
Sorry.
Open it.
Helmer?
Sorry to keep you waiting, Guinan. I'm in a somewhat difficult position myself at the moment, but I'm doing what I can with the Federation Parliament. Now, the woman beside you is Captain Lapis Roman. Several years ago, I sent her to infiltrate the military in order to keep tabs on the UTIC members within it. She is one of my most trusted subordinates.
Always prepared, aren't you?
Caution is something that comes naturally with age. Captain Roman will investigate the Durandal's records before someone modifies them. Please assist her.
Understood.
I'll give her the Durandal's master key.
Sir, there's an EPR comm from the CEO of Vector.
Vector? All right, I'll take it. If you'll excuse me, I'll let you know if there are any developments.
Busy as always.
Not half as much as you.
It's good to see you again, Representative Helmer.
Likewise, Mr. Wilhelm. We haven't spoken since you resigned as Executive Committee Director.
I'm well aware of the situation. Allow me to make a recommendation to the Parliament as well.
Mr. Wilhelm, you're too kind.
Actually, my concerns have even prompted me to dispatch the Damarung, which is currently underway to the Miltian system.
Your concerns?
This incident. Surely you've realized by now that...
There's no question of the UTIC organization's involvement in it.
Exactly. Given that, it can only mean they're after one thing. The original Zohar in stasis on Miltia, and...
Udu. We
can't allow that to be awakened again.
I believe our firm's Cosmos and its related staff are currently in your care.
I apologize, Mr. Wilhelm. I'm afraid the link between the Kukai Foundation and the Second Miltian government is...
Ah, of course. Then please pass a message on to Guinan for me. Surely that would be acceptable?
That much I can do.
Tell him that we'll lend him Cosmos for a while, and he can use her as he sees fit. We still have time before the Zohar project commences, and in the worst-case scenario, she'll definitely be of use. We'll have the second R&D division and the tactical sim lab provide support.
Are you sure?
Isn't that top secret?
It's a calculated risk. From our point of view, the more real-world data we get, the better.
All right. I'll convey your message to Master Guinan.
Thank you. Good day, then.
Udu.
The preliminary inquiry shall now begin. I am an agent working for Representative Helmer of the Second Miltian Parliament. He's also with us. We can go into detail later, but for now I'll just debrief you on the current situation. You are presently under the custody of the Federation government and the military. I'll be honest with you. The way things are now, within a few hours, she'll be turned over to anti-Miltian forces. Specifically, the UTIC organization. Soon after, the Second Miltian government will be stripped of all its authority. At this moment, Representative Helmer is working with the leaders of the Miltian Parliament to buy us additional time. However, our opponent's skillful manipulation requires us to find concrete proof of your innocence.
But how?
That's the question. We need something that would give conclusive evidence of your innocence.
Conclusive evidence? What about the Woglinde's black box?
We've already recovered that. Unfortunately, sometime after the final gate out, it was modified to be exactly the same as the video recording down to the time access.
Not to mention, I shot up the database on that UTIC battleship.
What about the Durandal's database? A record of the battle against the UTIC should still be there. Can't we use that to prove our innocence?
Is that a standard database?
Yeah.
Is that a problem?
Yes. Standard databases are too easily modified. I'm not certain how reliable they would be as evidence. If we had something that even the owner couldn't change, say a system with a AAA class encryption, then maybe.
What? AAA? You don't find systems with that kind of protection just lying around? For something like that, you need the Federation government's mother frame, or the UMN operating system. What?
We have one.
Oh, Cosmos!
Cosmos?
Yes. Cosmos database has a recording of the battle against the Gnosis on board the Woglinde. If we enter that as evidence...
Yeah, but in order to copy the record, we need the keys from both the Federation government and headquarters.
By diving into the encephalon and experiencing the record ourselves, we can make a copy through the connection gear.
But that's impossible without the dive equipment.
How about the service module simple dive unit?
You've got to be kidding! Besides, that's a violation of protocol.
We don't have any other choice, do we? Oh, I am so sick and tired of protocol.
But...
the real question is, how do we get to Cosmos?
That'll open any locked doors you come across. I'll just say that we were careless. But to make it look legitimate, you'll need to knock me out.
You sure?
Otherwise, no one would believe it, right?
You have a point.
Go easy on me, okay?
Forgive me.
Thanks. You're pretty cool.
Here we go. Alan, handle backup for me, all right?
Roger. Opening interconnection. Get a grip. Don't worry. I'll back you up no matter what happens.
Thanks. Ready, Cosmos?
What the?
Wait. Don't go. You cannot go. That's right. This was the last day you spent together with your father. I've been waiting a long time for you. We have much to talk about. You've been waiting? For us? Chaos? Alan?
Chief? Where are we?
Who are you? I am Nephilim. That's what I have been called. Ever since I existed in this form.
Man, you've got to be kidding.
What's wrong? Oh,
The UTIC Organization Central Tower. Labyrinthos.
Labyrinthos?
Hallelujah! And the sea gave up the dead which were in it, and death and hell delivered up the dead which were in them, and they were judged every man according to their works.
That voice. That's Daddy. Daddy!
What? Oh, stop. Where are you going?
Let me go! Daddy! Daddy's calling for me!
Daddy? Is that really him?
That's Joachim
And
Mizrahi.
and hell
Without
were
a
cast
doubt.
into the lake
That's
of fire.
Joachim Mizrahi.
This is the second death. And whosoever was not found written in the book of life was cast into the lake of fire. Rejoice, all ye! The time for feasting has come.
Daddy!
All this before me. Is this really Milsha from 14 years ago?
Is that a church? Junior! How did you all get here?
Beats me. As soon as you dived, everything went all hazy. And the next thing I knew, we were here. After that, there were all sorts of visions.
Did we all get pulled into the Chief's encephalon dive?
That's impossible. None of you were connected.
If Cosmos Oscillation Pulse caused a countercurrent to flow through the dive unit, it's not inconceivable. The ones we use are non-contact types, after all.
Even if that were the case, the simple dive unit couldn't handle that great a load. There would have to be some other external force.
I've been waiting a long time for all of you.
Huh?
Regardless of how we got here, this is Cosmos mainframe. Our memories found a common resonance within her, and resulted in the creation of this world. That's what it feels like to me.
But I don't remember ever being in a place like this.
I wonder if perhaps memories, in other words, events that occurred in the past, become stronger, more selective, and gain a higher priority when they resonate with others that share identical axes in time and space. If you think about it in those terms, it isn't quite so odd that both my memories and those of Alan are not reflected here.
So, what you're saying is, this world is constantly changing based on the experiences people share in time and space?
A world made up of our past, as glimpsed through the mind of Cosmos.
So, it's all an illusion? There's no difference between illusion and reality to the person experiencing it. This is no illusion.
Chief.
All of you must accept the entirety of your memories.
So that's what she meant.
Someone's here. Those clothes. Is she a Realian?
Yes. She definitely seems to be a Realian, but I also sense something different.
Is this based on one of our memories too, Chief? Chief?
Are you a Realian?
Yes. My name is Febronia. I came to take care of this church because I longed for a place where Realians could find peace.
Febronia.
Do you know her?
I know you. I know you. But no, I don't want to remember. It's
Follow me, Shion.
The instant you open that door, you will come face to face with yourselves. It will be an experience full of sorrow and pain, but it is, both to you and to us, a very, very important experience.
This is inside of the chief's soul?
This is the Acute Neurosis Treatment Facility. A place you know well.
The room where Mom was hospitalized.
Yes. A place where painful, sorrowful memories linger. I wonder, can you face them?
The song is mirror, mirror on the wall, show me, define me. I am the infinite telomerase. I am not an anti-existence. I am the perfect chain.
Chief! Junior! What's wrong with you two? Hey, Chief! What is that?
I am sorry, Shion. I know it was hard for you. But there are two of you. The woman sitting over there isn't me. It's just an image created for the girls. An illusion. This is their world. Created solely for Cecily and Kat. I am using Cosmos' encephalon construction abilities to show it to all of you.
But they seem to be so happy.
Would you say that if you were to see this? This is just an illusion that traps them here. a binding spell created by mankind to control the Zohar. But as far as they know, this world is reality. I want you to release my sisters. Please, for the future of the Realians as well.
The future of the Realians? Not just for their future, but for the future of humans, non-humans, and all matter of living consciousness. Feb and I can only exist in this world of consciousness. We can only come into contact with the real world for a short time. That is why I called for all of you, so that the future may be changed.
Change? The future?
Look.
That's Cosmos. The source of the space-time anomaly that engulfed Milsha 14 years ago. What you just saw was a vision of the future, where Udu encounters Cosmos in the form in which she was meant to be. Udu will awaken soon. He feeds upon the consciousness of those who intend to awaken him, as well as those who wish to seek him.
It's gonna wake up soon.
The future you just saw is but one of an infinite set of potential phenomena. But that does not mean that the future is already set. Even the smallest of waves can spread throughout the whole. Phenomena change with every moment, just like a drifting wave.
Are you saying that we're that wave?
Yet before it all begins, I wanted you to face your pasts. But I see you are not ready yet. I am sorry.
But why us?
Shion, you were once touched by a gnosis.
Huh?
Despite that, you remain unchanged, the same as before. That is why.
That's why?
There will be a time when I can discuss why, if you go back to Milsha, the place where it all began. Then you will see.
Wait! Cosmos. So, this is your... Ye shall be as gods.
Disarming. Subconscious domain protection.
Morning. Cosmos?
Good morning, Xian.
Well, looks like we all managed to make it back.
Chief! Oh, I'm so relieved you're okay.
Alan? I present to you the memory bank data from the Anti-Gnosis Humanoid Weapons System KPX Cosmos. Protection level AAA, with no possibility of alteration.
Memory bank data accepted. Please remain within the Miltian star system until you're cleared of all charges.
Well, I am sure glad that escapade's over and done with.
You don't look very happy. Did something happen?
Huh? Yeah. You could say that. I still can't believe it.
We've got another friend of yours to release too.
Master Guinan! Master Guinan! Oh.
Hey.
You've done well.
No big deal. But it sure brought back a lot of bad memories. Hey, Xian. That girl. She called herself Nephilim, right?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yes, but... What's wrong?
Well... if that girl is somehow connected to what I'm thinking of... then things are gonna get real busy real soon.
They've completed their review of Cosmos' subconscious domain records today, and the Federation fleet is preparing to leave the area. The charges against Second Militia and the Kukai Foundation will be officially dropped tomorrow. That's quite a job you pulled off there.
We couldn't have done it without you. You have my thanks. So, Mizrahi's 100 series seems to be quite important.
Yes. I doubt they'll stand by and let her go that easily. You'd better be careful.
Right. Now, I wonder what they're going to try next.
I can't believe I just handed over top secret company info to the Federation without permission. I am so fired. Momo. She looks so sad.
Chief, so, why don't we go grab a bite to eat? Shelley told me about this great cafe.
I'm sorry. I don't have much of an appetite right now. Guess I'm not quite myself, either.
Nephilim. Fabronia. And her sisters. What does she mean? Release them. And Cosmos and Udu. All this facing the past stuff. What am I supposed to do? Oh. I don't understand any of it.
Hey, Guinan. That's...
It can't be. The Song of Nephilim?
No!
Huh? Chaos.
That song, they mustn't allow it to play!
The song.
So it begins.
Large-scale gate out! Repeat, large-scale gate out! The UMN geodesic structure is being forcibly replaced!
The Gnosis!
Junior! The Federation ships! The Gnosis are closing in! 4 minutes to contact with the Foundation!
The civilians. Start evacuating them immediately. If all else fails, we may have to abandon the Foundation. Is that acceptable?
I'll leave it to you. Evacuate all civilians into the Durandal!
Acknowledged. I'll make the announcement.
Where's Cosmos? If we activate the Hilbert effect, it could buy us some time for the evacuation.
Xion, did you call for me?
Cosmos, are you ready?
Yes, I am ready.
Reports of Gnosis sighted in Colony Precinct 32! They've also penetrated Precincts 18 and 27!
What?
The Hilbert effect!
Affirmative. Activating Hilbert effect.
This should keep them from materializing inside the colony.
In any case, we have to hurry up and get everyone on board. If we don't do something, the Gnosis are going to take over the entire metropolis.
I'll help with the evacuation!
I'll go as well.
Cosmos, we're counting on you.
I am happy to be of service.
Good.
Momo! Hurry and get in! I'm okay. I've got a treat these injured people. This person's bleeding heavily. All right, we'll come back for you soon. You'll be okay. I'll close the wound now with some nano spray. Daddy? Daddy!
Have you seen Momo?
No. She's not back yet? I thought she was with you.
She stayed behind to treat the injured. But she wasn't there when we returned. We thought she might have come back on her own.
Damn, where the hell is she? All right. I'll get our 100 series to start searching. They shouldn't have any trouble being the same model and all.
Thanks. We've eliminated the Gnosis within the colony, but there isn't any guarantee they won't be back.
Gnosis gate out's increasing! Left wing deployment is 60 seconds behind. They broke through our second egg's defense line.
We must rebuild the fleet formation first. Hey, any data from the 100 series?
No, sir. The Gnosis are gathered around the 1,600-kilometer radius surrounding the Kukai Foundation.
I knew it. Damn, Helmer. The Phantoms of Miltia really do follow in his wake, don't they? All turrets, adjust your sights to the Kukai Foundation. Destroy the source!
The Federation fleet is surrounding us again!
Oh, now what are they up to?
I think I know. Look at the movements of the Gnosis. The pattern of Gnosis gate-outs are near the center of the Foundation.
What about the Zohars in the hangar?
They're in stasis! Attract inhibitor output is normal!
So if the Zohars and the Durandal aren't calling the Gnosis, then...
Guinan. It's that song we've been hearing, isn't it?
Indeed. It's faint, but there's no mistaking it. No one else seems able to hear it, though.
Hey, do you guys hear something? It sounds like a song.
A song? I don't hear anything. You sure you aren't imagining things?
I don't know. I swear I can hear it.
She hears it. How's that possible?
Why am I feeling so unsettled? This image just won't leave my mind.
You too? This darkness. I feel like I'm being dragged down into an abyss. It can't be.
Captain, we haven't received our orders to attack from Fleet Command yet.
That's irrelevant. Their treachery is already well known. We'll settle this right now. Target the Kukai Foundation. All ships, fire on...
What was that?
Impossible! That isn't supposed to be here!
The Damarone?
Woodland Day 2, Welcome Day, Lost Hill Day, all systems check. Rhine Maiden operating within normal parameters. 30 seconds to second wave of attack. Coordinate corrections for Welcome Day complete. Lost Hill Day also complete. Preparations for second wave of attack complete. All ships in formation.
The Rhine Maiden. So she's operational now.
Chief!
Miyuki? Where are you calling in from?
Woohoo! Pretty cool, huh? Did you see the Rhine Maiden? I am so glad I requested that transfer to 2nd Division. If I didn't, I never would have seen this beauty in action.
2nd Division? What are you...
I'll tell you later. Is Cosmos there with you?
Huh? Yeah, but...
Okay, I'll send it over then.
Miyuki, isn't this...
There's some type of force field concentrated near here. There's a very high probability that it's what's attracting the Gnosis.
A force field?
Right. The observational guys said that whatever it is, it's definitely something man-made. Anyway, we can find the origin of this force field if we link up the Damarung's mainframe with Cosmos's DSSS sensor. It appears as though the enemy's using some kind of cloaking device to conceal itself right now. But there should be a wrinkle or two in the surrounding space, though. We figured that if we can tear those open, we'll be able to find out what we're dealing with.
Is that why you gave me this PT cartridge? I mean, do you have any idea what this thing is?
Of course. Or so I'd like to claim. But I actually just transferred in, so I'm not really sure.
Oh, look, Miyuki. This cartridge is a weapon. It sets off a phase transfer that destroys everything in the area. It may be localized, but you could vaporize an entire star with this thing if you wanted to. You'd have to be insane to try using this in a populated area.
Xian.
What is it, Cosmos?
By limiting the phase transfer mass, I can activate the device without impacting either the Federation fleet or the Kukai Foundation.
You can do that?
Affirmative. This is one of my many functions.
Even the Rhine Maiden's got a limitation to how much she can fire. Let's take out the source before the Gnosis overwhelm us.
But... Xian, this is the Song of Nephilim. There's no question about it.
The Song of Nephilim? What is it?
The single worst creation that ever resulted from Joachim Mizrahi's research. It was the song that destroyed Milsha and summoned the Gnosis. We've got to stop it before everything goes out of control.
Out of control?
And we still haven't found Momo yet. We've got to move.
I know, but...
Any sign of Momo yet?
We're still scanning, but we haven't located her yet.
I see. We've got to make a decision, Xian. We can't hold out against another Gnosis attack.
All right. Let's see what we can do. Listen to me, Cosmos. Try to keep the phase transfer mass as low as possible. All we need is the locus of that force field.
Affirmative. Setting transfer mass to 0.11 MPT. Transfer time set to 4.8 times 10 to the negative 38th. Loading cartridge.
Bypass between DSSS and mainframe secured. Opening multi-directional scan.
Distortion detected at direction 8018, near the UMN structure. It is currently emitting a weak column pulse.
That's it. And your line of fire?
Line of fire clear. Awaiting orders.
Shelley, are the anti-electromagnetic shields ready?
Preparations are complete. You may fire at will.
Roger. Cosmos, fire the phase transfer cannon.
Expected. I think I'll have a look around for that key that sleeps inside you.
Junior, Ziggy, I'm scared.
I knew it.
It's exactly the same. Nothing's changed at all.
So that's the Song of Nephilim. Dr. Mizrahi's. Milsha's.
Help me, Junior!
Momo! Momo's inside that thing!
Are you certain?
Scanners! 100 series observational unit prototype Momo tracked and located. She's in the middle of the distortion, caused by the phase transfer.
Momo? What's she doing in there?
Damn it! It's him! Albedo! I felt his presence the moment I heard Momo's voice.
Ah, Albedo. That explains what that unsettling feeling was about. Not to mention why she's there.
What do you mean?
That girl, Momo, not only is she a specialized Realian, but also the repository for the late Joachim Mizrahi's records. Albedo and the UTIC organization want that information. They've wanted it for a long time.
Albedo? Who's that?
My dark half. The part I've tried to hide away.
Dark half?
Junior, get this ship closer to the Song of Nephilim.
What?
It isn't necessary to get too close. Just lend me a shuttle, that'll be enough.
Hold it! Where do you think you're going? I'm going to save Momo, no matter what.
Don't bother.
What did you say?
When someone close to you is in danger, you lose your objectivity. And it almost always ends in tragedy. I've seen it happen too often.
Oh, what? So I'm just like them now?
Aren't you? This albedo person. When you finally confront him, do you think you can keep your head straight? If you can honestly say yes, that's all I have to say. But if you can't...
You're really something. You know that? You think you're such a hardened soldier compared to me. Tell me then, how can I become cold and detached like you?
Only allow yourself to think of numbers and battle strategy. Don't let your mind wander to the faces or voices of those precious to you, even when it seems cruel not to. Too intense of an interference will overwhelm and ruin everything. That's what I've learned over these past 100 years.
The day numbers and battle strategies replace people, it'll be game over, Cyborg.
Junior, remember to stay focused, no matter what he does to Momo. Only by doing so will you be able to save her. Listen to my advice. I know what you're going through.
Captain, there's an opening to the side where we can dock.
All right. Bring us in, Tony. Be careful.
Roger. Closing in and approaching the...
Wait!
Huh?
Tony, can you show me the top?
What? You want me to go around the top?
Please, just circle around the top.
All right. But once around is all you're getting. Who knows what's up there?
Thank you. That's it. That's the place I saw. Through the hospital window.
Momo! 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 You all right? Don't tell me. We're too late? Damn that bastard! He's taken her consciousness! I'm gonna make him pay for this! Hold on, Momo. I'll make you whole again.
Junior! What happened to Momo?
That monster Albedo's gone and reversed the spiritual link.
Reverse the spiritual link?
It's the opposite of what Guinan and I do when we communicate telepathically. But by seizing someone's consciousness, you can delve deep inside the other person's mind and drag out whatever memories you feel like taking.
You can't be serious. That means Momo's mind is...
Yeah. It's best for you all to go back. I'll handle this on my own.
Wait! It's too dangerous to go alone.
Sorry. This is between me and him. All right?
But still...
Momo... You want to come with me?
I'm going to.
Shion...
Don't you remember what you told me? This song. It's responsible for destroying Milsha and bringing the Gnosis into this world. If this has anything to do with that place that I know of, then this involves me as well.